Special message today from the Kaisel. We're a week before Rosh Hashanah, and my wife, Nomi Bracha Basar, will be having surgery at the end of the week. And special thought to Yedidya readers. The Yedidya readers, our goal is to boost our Amunah. The more we boost our Amunah, the more we see Hashem's hand, the more Hashem acts in our life. I want to reveal to you now a very deep thought that I just saw in the writings of the Arizal. We know that there are four worlds. There's the world of Atzilus, Bria, Yetzirah, and Asiya. It says the Arizal that these worlds are not worlds like Earth, Mars, Jupiter, but these worlds are worlds of perception. The highest level of perception that we're able to reach, that's called Atzilus. And the lowest level that we can reach is called Bria. The higher our level of perception, the more we're connected with Atzilus, which is with just Hashem. And the more we're connected with Atzilus, the more that Hashem interacts with our life. The more that we're in Atzilus, the more we're with Hashem, and the more Kadosh Baruch Hu, the more Hashem interacts in our life. And this is really what we're trying to accomplish with Yedidya. The goal of Yedidya is that to raise the level of Amunah, especially when things look bad. It's not so hard to have Amunah Hashem when things are going great. But Amunascha B'leilos, when it's dark, and we have health issues, or we have parnas issues, or we have family issues with our children, with our spouses, when things are really difficult, that's when it's harder to see Hashem. That's when we need more Amunah. The more Amunah that we have, the more we raise our level of Amunah, the more we'll be connected with the Olam Atzilus and with Hashem Himself, as it were. So, as we approach the day of Rosh Hashanah, and as Mrs. Elberger and I are working together on Yedidya 2, that should be an incredible experience and journey to elevating our Amunah, especially in the area of marriage, which is so critical and so important. And as my wife gets ready for surgery, Noy Bracha Basai, I make a heartfelt plea to all Yedidya readers that please daven for my wife this coming Thursday, Nomi Bracha Basara, that we should have success in the surgery amongst all the sick people of the Klal Yisrael. Because sickness is when Hashem removes His presence from us. He backs off a little bit. That's Roifei Chayle Amo Yisrael. When we say Hashem heals the people sick of the Jewish people, the concept is that the sickness of Klal Yisrael is different than the sickness of any other nation. As the Zohar says, really only Jews should get sick. The only reason that non-Jews get sick is it shouldn't be a Chil Hashem, it shouldn't be a desecration of Hashem's name, that only Jews get sick. But the purpose of getting sick is to come back to Hashem, is to realize that our life is in Hashem's hands, and that only He controls everything. And especially when we get towards the days of Rosh Hashanah, Yom Adin, and Aseret Shmei Tshuva, and Yom Kippur, when our life is literally hanging on the line, all the decisions for our future will be made in these upcoming days. We have to raise our level of perception. And the more we raise it, the more we're in Olam Atzilus. And the more that we're time and mindset we spend in Olam Atzilus, the closer we are to Hashem, and the more we'll experience Hashem's blessing and Hashem's kindness. And this is our goal. This is Mr. Elberger's and I, myself, our goal is to raise your level of Amunah. Raise our own level of Amunah by producing Yedidya, and raise the reader's level. To understand that everything Hashem does is good. And it might be painful, it might be shocking, it might be heart-wrenching. All of those emotions are all right, because we're human beings. And it was such a shock to my wife and I, and she had surgery to remove her growth. It's on Hashem, should be benign, and should be finished with the surgery. But again, everything is in Hashem's hands. We don't know. And the doctors don't know. Only Hashem knows. And the purpose of these tests, the purpose of these challenges is to raise our level of perception. as Rav Moshe Sternbach, be gesund, Avdach Moshe ben Dvorah, everyone should daven, he's not so well now, Moshe ben Dvorah. As Rav Sternbach said, when we were being bombarded by missiles, Gaza, and Baruch Hashem, there was thousands and thousands of miracles took place, that none of the missiles hit their target. Every missile is an elevation in Amunah. And if it doesn't bring us to elevation in Amunah, then we're in trouble. Hashem sends every single missile, every single nisoyin, every single test, every single sickness, every single parnasa problem, every single shalom bayis problem, every single chinuch problem, every single one is sent with the intention to raise our Amunah. If we're able to raise our Amunah, then we've passed the test. But if we brush it off, or we look at it as coincidence, the Rambam is already paskin that this is considered achzorius, cruelty. We're not allowed to do that because Hashem, in His infinite wisdom, has designed the situation to raise us and to bring us to Atzilas, to raise us to the highest heights. We have to allow ourselves to be elevated. And if we allow ourselves to be elevated by not fighting the Nisoyan, but using Nisoyan to come closer and closer to Hashem, when there's smooth sailing, people generally don't grow. They generally don't realize how much Hashem is part of our lives until He pulls back a drop. And when He pulls back, and we see how things are without Him, that's an impetus to push forward and to recognize the Kadosh Baruch Hu in every single aspect of life. Hashem should help us to achieve this, and it's our bracha. This is I'll figure myself as we come towards Rosh Hashanah, that every single one of the Yedidya readers should have a ksiva, chasim teva, sweet year. We ask that you should daven for us, that we should have success in bringing out Yedidya 2 in this journey, and true blessing to every single member of the Jewish people. Every single member of Klal Yisrael should have a year filled with sweetness and blessing and all good things. Amen. Came to Ratzon.